This is still the best damn football show on the internet.
Real ones rumble, Melon Moolich on the mic, watch the whole field crumble. Breaking down the blitz, every play, every struggle. This the hardest in the game. Welcome inside the huddle. Step inside the huddle. Step inside the huddle. Step inside the huddle. Welcome inside the huddle. Step inside the huddle. Step inside the huddle. Step inside the huddle. Welcome inside the huddle. Yeah, we crash like linebackers hitting full speed collisions, calling out the truth, no fluff, just precision. Mel letting loose with the facts, no missing. Religious bringing heat like a fourth down mission. From the kickoff to the last second breath, we analyze the grind every inch, every step. This a battlefield where legends get muscle. And if you want the real talk, step inside the huddle. What the fuck up? Step inside the huddle where the real ones rumble. Melon Moolich on the mic, watch the whole field crumble. Breaking down the blitz, every play, every struggle. This the hardest in the game. Welcome inside the huddle.
What's good? What's popping? It's a Football Friday. It's a special Football Friday.
Yes, sir.
OG squad. Original, the OG squad is back in the building.
Yes, sir.
He got teased us every once in a while when he comes through.
You know what I mean?
I'm just like the random, special analyst that pulls up, when it's time, and it's time.
Right. Hey, that's why we here. Is DJ coming? Because I saw him in the chat. I don't know if he's gonna.
Last I checked, he was driving, so
okay.
So he may or may not do that pop-up thing.
All right, cool. I just saw he had asked what time the show was. Maybe he just go check it on the phone or whatever. But it don't matter. 3 the hard way. We are here today.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Yeah. Let's warm up real quick. I do have some stuff that I want to start off with that was just I found absolutely hilarious in my book. So you know how we do the warm up. We're just gonna laugh, get the energy flowing and shit. I got, where is it at? I thought I put it in there. I did not. I was getting over here. And where's the other one at? I think this is it right here. Okay. So warm up time. This has absolutely nothing to do with sports or anything. I just found it to be I'll play half of it because I don't know if we're gonna get a copyright or not, but the first 5 seconds tells everything.
Hey babe, wants to get in the truck. Let's sip a little creek, slide up in the cut. Get the Vaseline, let me fuck your butt. It ain't that serious.
Okay. Now, for anybody who don't know, that is Max B. Max B just got out of jail. I don't think the first song that you drop, you should be talking about getting Vaseline and let me put it in your butt. No Diddy.
In this case, all Diddy with the way he dropped that song, but
man, look, that man is crazy.
That's not how you're supposed to.
No.
He bounced out the joint on his Fleece Johnson hype. You sir, you need to go back inside. I don't think that you learned enough.
No,
actually, you got to watch how you phrase that. He probably don't need to go back inside. Like
he don't need to be on the outside world either. They need to find a different place for him.
He need to sit his ass down somewhere. That's what he need to do.
Put that man on house arrest in his own house with pads around it.
You got like a 5 minutes you can walk around your property type of situation. Like, no.
Man, you can't even we gonna chain you up, ball link chain in your basement with that song because you're out of your mind.
He's out of his mind.
They didn't do that, man, like that movie Shia LaBeouf was in. Like when you get to the perimeter of your house, goddamn, like, nah, brother, you need to stay on your property for a little bit. You need to recondition yourself.
What's up, T3?
What's popping with you, dog?
Next one. This is kind of football-ish, but I was scrolling and I was stuck, but it was
a teammate. Shera curls it around.
Oh.
Yeah, whoever designed those uniforms.
Yeah.
You you got a problem. There's something wrong with you.
I'm crying. When the next game is, though, I'm asking for a friend.
That's one way of saying, do we have a problem or an alternate way of putting eyeballs on something? I mean, how do you really want to look at this?
All I'm saying is, if
I would like to tell everybody we don't objectify the women on this show.
But asking for a friend of the show, when is the next game so I can go?
The WNBA, we should have talked about that yesterday when we was talking about the WNBA. But I do have an idea for the WNBA. If y'all do me a favor, go to Instagram, look up Basketball Beauties. That is what the WNBA should transition to.
Well, I mean, they got a few WNBA players on that page, and if y'all want to know the official list, me and Mel already had made an official list of all the WNBA.
We do have to update that list.
We actually do have to update that list. That is actually very true.
Okay. All right, let's go. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Not meat and potatoes, but we're just gonna, we're gonna start the show off. I want to revisit, especially Mr. GQ is here. I want to get his opinion on this. I'm only gonna play the Richard Jefferson part of this, and then I will clarify for some of the slow people that were in our comment section on TikTok and on Instagram.
They keep saying that a quarterback is the most important position in sports. I think that is false. The best player on a basketball team is the most important because he plays offense and he plays defense. You can have the best player, the most important position in all sports, only plays half of the time. I'm sorry, that's a narrative that needs to end.
I do not support that.
Okay. Now, what says you, Mr. GQ?
I mean, Troy damn near said it already. It's like, listen, when I saw this clip prior to you guys talking about it, I knew y'all were going to talk about it. I was just like, sometimes certain ball-headed folks don't need to talk. Because you don't know what you're talking about. Because the reason that it bothered me is because he said because the quarterback don't play offense and defense. Sure, in one manner of speaking. However, without a quarterback in the modern era of football, let me phrase that the right way. In the modern era of football, you're not winning without a quarterback. This is not the 2000 Ravens. This is not the 2003, 4-ish, whatever. No, 2002, sorry. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like, it's none of those teams. This is not a thing. Even when you had dominant defenses in the 2010s and above, they had competent quarterback play. Insert the Legion of Boom. You had Russell Wilson. Insert the Denver Broncos. You had an older Peyton Manning who was still good at what he did. Even when the Patriots had all these defense, they had Tom Brady. Like the Rams and the Patriots who played in the 2016 Super Bowl, two elite defenses had elite quarterback play. So miss me with that. Because if you don't have competent quarterback play and the quarterback is essentially, say however you want to look at it, you're not winning in the modern NFL without a good quarterback. Not an average quarterback, a good quarterback.
You're not winning in any era without a quarterback.
Like, look at the NFL right now. Look at the current 8 teams left in the playoffs.
Yeah. And and the thing that I wanted to press on, I made a video on it, and I had a couple people like, you know what? I didn't think about it like that until you said it. So I see your perspective on this. He said the best basketball player compared to the quarterback.
That's not a good
basketball player is not a position.
No. And that's not a true comparison because you can have good quarterback play on an NFL team and the quarterback still not be the best player.
Exactly. He's the most important player.
He 100% is the most important, but he don't have to be the best player.
Right. And the thing is, what people are missing on this is like, you can't play football without a quarterback. You can play basketball without your best player.
Yeah. And I love, because I saw the comments from the video you posted, and I love the fact that people were like, oh, what about Trent Dilfer? I'm like, first of all, Trent Dilfer had one of the most important jobs on that team. Don't fuck the game up.
Don't fuck it up.
And that's actually hard to do. Like, your job is to not fuck it up. Like, don't turn the ball over. Don't put the ball in harm's way. Your job is to manage the game, which is what every quarterback is anyway. They're a fucking game manager. Manage the game. Everybody manages it differently. Some manage more hands-on, some manage more hands-off because they're like, hey, this is what the coach say, I'm gonna do what I do. Other ones are like, I'm basically a coach on the fucking football field. We're gonna do this how I see fit. And that's how it happens.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It's and then we'll put a bow in it right here where want to know how important a quarterback is opposed to a star basketball player. This is how you know. On a back-to-back, the star player can be like, I'm not going to play today.
100%.
Imagine a quarterback on Sunday playing a game and then being like on Thursday, because they got a Thursday game. Yeah, I'm not playing.
We'll do you one better. We saw a prime example of what wrong looks like in the NFL season when
give me Anthony
Richardson.
I'm going to go to Anthony Richardson
in
and
the
be
middle
like,
of a game.
He tapped himself out, how everybody lost their shit.
No matter what is going on, when the offense is on the field, outside of that quarterback being in concussion or injury or in the blue tent, your ass is on the field. The only time that quarterback is not on the field possibly is in the fucking victory formation. They might let the backup go in or the guy who hadn't played all like that, but most of the time it's still the starter.
Right.
So the quarterback always must be on the field. Even the starting running back has a spell back. The number one receiver has the number 2 will step in, the number 3, the number 4. Most teams on an NFL Sunday carry 5 wide receivers, 2 to 3 tight ends, 2 to 3 running backs, and 1 quarterback plus a backup quarterback because the emergency quarterback is at fucking home.
Right. Why was everybody bitching about making sure Shador got reps? Because quarterback is too important.
And you can look at that situation perfectly. Like, had he the Browns fucked that up
100%.
And it starts with the fact that they should have never brought in Joe Flacco.
No,
it should have just been the 2 rookies. As crazy as that sounds, right? We know this. We've been around football a long time. I don't think we've ever seen outside of when the old Redskins did it, when they had RG3 and Kirk Cousins, like 2 rookies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was it, like 2 rookies.
Yeah,
but you drafted 2 rookies in the same draft. You had no idea what your future held. You also acquired extra picks from the Jags in this upcoming draft. All this type of shit that you did. You got to see what these rookies got. You drafted 2 of them. Mm-hmm. You had a better chance of figuring out which one of them was your franchise had you done that versus the current situation you're in now, where one of those guys might be the odd man out next year because you're probably gonna bring in a veteran again with a new coach, and we don't know who that is yet. And you got to figure out 2 things. 1, do you have a franchise quarterback in Shador Sanders? And 2, does he possess enough skills to where you could build around him and just start bringing in talent while he's under that rookie contract? To me, the answer is duh. But, to the general public who just wants to hate on this young man, like, I'm like, listen, what that man did in a small sample size with not a lot of reps, you can't be mad at that man for. No, of course he's going to throw a lot of. Yeah. But like people look at the interceptions and I'm like, bro, if you put anybody out there with the limited amount of reps, how many fucking picks you think they're going to throw?
Well, if you look at it, he threw 10 interceptions, right? Yeah. 5 to 6 of them, I can't remember the exact number because I have to go look at my pads again. Mm-hmm. 5 to 6 of them came off of tips and drops.
Yeah. Oh no, I saw quite a few of them. I saw quite a few of them, and I watched most of the. I mean, obviously, if those who don't know, if you don't know for some strange reason, Deion Sanders is one of my legitimate idols. Like I am a Deion supporter. I'm a Shador supporter. Been supporting him since he was at Jackson State. Love everything about that young man. That man is what you want for your franchise.
100%. Okay. Now, since we got that out of the way, let's get to the meat and taters of all of this. You've seen the thumbnail. You know what we're working with. The NCAA has turned into the UNC League, 100%. Bunch of old players now. They're trying to keep them old. They're trying to make them older. It's basically turning into, I don't want to say semi-pro football, but it's turning into minor league football. And we have this one. Coaches are voted to expand the redshirt years from 4 to 9.
Years?
I mean, my bad. Games, my bad.
Oh, I was like, ain't no fucking way.
Now this is where it gets dicey for me because I don't understand how the 9 games is going to work. Is it a total of 9 games? Is it consecutive 9 games? How does that work? Because if I'm a head coach and I know I got a elite freshman and I got 9 games to play with, hey, I'm picking the best 9 games and making sure he's ready to go for the college football playoff.
Depending on how my season going, might be like, hey, I'm gonna throw you in on this game, just kind of see what's happening.
We got DJ Mike B in the
like I said, and I know we're on this.
Sir.
I know we're on this Redshirt thing. I just wanted to bring something into perspective from our previous conference because I like to pull my numbers. JJ McCarthy had 12 interceptions, and he was the full-time starter. And he has more reps than Shedeur did. I just want to make sure people understand that. Sam Darnold and Tua had 14. Geno Smith led the league with 17.
Yeah.
As a multi-year full-time starter. But I'm looking at quarterbacks that had, not as much time as our seasoned veterans. That's how I wanted to look at it. But a guy like Bryce Young, Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield, they all had more interceptions thrown, and they were full-time starters. I imagine if that young man had more reps, that number would have been lower.
Well,
if Jerry Jeudy would have caught the ball, but that's neither here nor there.
Right, 100%. I mean, it's a lot that goes into the Shedeur situation. We'll definitely get you back in so we can talk about that, especially coming up this offseason once we figure out
the draft. I'm gonna be here for the draft. That's a very important time.
But like I said, with the redshirt situation, what's up, DJ? What's going on, bro?
Man, I'm good. I am good. I'm happy to be here. Me and GQ hit me up and he was like, "You going on tonight?" I said, "Yep." And he said, "I'm gonna try and pop on." And here we are. Gentlemen's talk take over inside the huddle. And Mel, every time I come on here, I'm coming for you. Don't you spew no bullshit because I'm gonna call you out on it every single time.
Well, you're the king of bullshit, so we already know.
Wow, I'm the king of bullshit. Okay. All right, we gonna find out tonight.
Hey, we're gonna have some fun. I already said we're gonna have some fun tonight.
There you go.
I don't understand why 9 games. That seems like a lot. That's basically a whole season. They only played 13 games. And that's including if you play a conference championship game. Now, does that include the playoff games too? I need more information because it's nuts to me that you're going to allow a freshman to play 9 games and then be like, okay, cool, you can redshirt now. That's nuts.
Who do they do that to?
No, that's what just came out. That's like some stuff we're trying to figure out. They voted on it.
That's wild. What? That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
If you piggyback that on the stuff that has already passed, where there is no age limit now, and they took away eligibility, as long as you didn't waste your eligibility, you can go play. You can go back and play collegiate sports.
So that brings me to something and you're very familiar with this, Mel, because this just recently happened. So with that being said, why is there so much controversy around Trinidad Chambliss, who didn't even get to play the amount of years he got to play at the division, the higher level, because he was at a lower level and his waiver got denied? Because
he played 2.5 years at I forgot what school that was. At that division, at the FBS school. I can't remember the name of the school. At Ferris, I think he played at
something like it was FBS, but
I think he played at Ferris for 2.5 years or 2 years or something like that. And then he was at Ole Miss for his 3rd year.
Because the waiver was for a 5th year in total. The waiver they got denied was for a 5th year total.
Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Trinidad Chambliss. Where? Okay, so I thought he was on Ole Miss last year.
No, he just got there.
Okay, so
That's what I'm saying. The numbers don't add up.
Right, I got to get where he was before that, because I know he was in. Where? See, that Division II school stuff isn't coming up. I can't find it. It's not coming up. So I don't know how many years he played at Ferris. I think it was Ferris.
Yeah, it was Ferris State. He played 2 years at Ferris State.
Well, then that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because the waiver that he applied for was for a 5th year, which means there was a redshirt year in there somewhere. There's no otherwise the math don't math.
Right, because if he's applying for a 5th year, where's the fucking 5th year?
Yeah, well, I mean, either way it got denied, and he's going to end up in the draft, which is fine for him. Like, I think he's going to There's this thing that there's this thing we do every year on Gentleman's Talk, and Micah likes to remind me of it, that I'm always finding the hidden gem, if you will, in the draft.
You do,
and I will say this from watching this sample size that I watched of Trinidad Chambliss. He is the most intriguing prospect in this draft coming up. And I say intriguing because if and only if he is drafted to an established NFL team with the right coach, that man's going to be dangerous. He possesses a lot of traits similar to Drew Brees and Joe Burrow. So what I said to DJ, so what I said to DJ Micah B, which I'll see if you guys agree with this, is I think he is a perfect fit for the Rams. Because Stafford may or may not play another year, but even if he plays one more year, if that man sits behind Stafford and learns under McVay for a year with that team, that man is going to be an absolute dog.
I hope he goes to the Raiders. That's why I want the Raiders to get.
The Raiders are not. You know who the Raiders going to draft. Stop playing.
Fuck that nigga, man. He is no.
Cam.
You know exactly who they drafting. You stop that.
Me and Cam, because all right, so that's my dog Cam. So he's a big New Orleans Saints fan. He's a big Drew Brees guy. Me and him argue about Drew Brees and Tom Brady all the time. That's his goat is because Drew Brees is his goat. You know this. You're in the same chat.
No,
Trinidad played 4 years at Ferris.
4 years at Ferris, 1 year at Ole Miss. So he was applying for his 6th year, which means that other story was a misprint.
Yeah, because he redshirted his 1st year. Played his 2nd, played his 3rd, became the starter in his 4th.
Okay. So there was a misprint in the story I was reading, and they said he was applying for a 5th year on his waiver, not a 4th year. I mean, not a 6th year, which is different. Yeah. Different enough. Which is fine. I mean, I think they a lot of people, a lot of players took advantage of the COVID thing, and that's why
he came after the COVID. That's that's why.
But ironically, the other quarterback that's playing in the national championship is he been in college for a little too long.
Oh, Carson Beck been playing football since 1987.
7 years. 7 years. Like brother.
They needed to force somebody out of college football. It was him.
Bro, Carson Beck is like this modern era's Brandon Whedon right now. Like
he might be worse than Brandon. At least Brandon Whedon had an excuse. He wouldn't play baseball.
I know, but still, bro, like
that kind of reminds me of how I felt when it was Case Keenum, and I was like, "Yo, this dude's been here forever. He got hurt twice."
I'm about to say, but Case Keenum he had 2 season-ending injuries, though. Like
I know, but I just remember I was like, this man is like 27 and still playing college football.
Well, that's the thing about it. That's Tyler Shuck. What's the boy? The quarterback in Cleveland. Dylan Gabriel.
Yep.
He was in college for 6 years.
And look what that shit materialized into.
If you played in college that long and you didn't get better, you suck.
Now, I will say, because I was wrong about Tyler Shuck, whatever.
No, he's still right.
No. And I say wrong because I thought he was going to be absolute dog water, like absolute dog water. But the last 5 games, I was actually pleasantly surprised that he showed improvement. And that's it. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing else.
30 years
That's
old.
it.
He should show him.
I understand, but the point being is he looked more competent than he did at the combine with that dumbass throw that barely went to the fucking 2 yards in front of him.
And he still did, and he did the exact same thing in the game during the season. So
he did, but he also threw to Chris Olave a lot, and it was great.
And that would make life easy when you throw that.
What exactly does that mean? He threw to Chris Olave a lot.
He threw the ball down the field. I didn't think he could throw that ball down the field, but I saw a lot of down the field throws that actually looked.
No, I said it.
He threw some really good passes this past NFL. That's why I said I was pleasantly surprised, because what I saw at the combine and what I've seen in the NFL this year was not the same thing, except for the couple of blunders that Mel was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, he went to middle school with Dan Marino, so I mean, we got to understand that he learned over time.
I'm not middle school. If he went to middle school with Dan Marino, he should have been more accurate. Shit.
Oh my God!
But even still, the Dylan Gabriel thing bothers me because everybody assumed, Dylan Gabriel do the same thing that Bo Nix did. It's like, no, that's how I know you didn't watch the film, because Bo Nix in college was much better than Dylan Gabriel. Like,
hell yeah.
It wasn't even close. Like the fact that, I think me and you, Mel, we talked about this. I'm like, if you swap Dylan Gabriel and Shador in college, Shador would have been a top 2 pick. With all that offensive weaponry around him that Dylan Gabriel had.
Dylan Gabriel does not survive in Colorado.
How the fuck you got all that talent and couldn't win it all? Is a much and I mean, obviously look at where Oregon is now, but they also picked up 2 more quarterbacks through the transfer portal, but I'm sure we'll talk about that eventually.
Yeah, we don't get to, that's the same. It's all in the same.
Yeah, I know you got it on the dock, so we ain't gonna spoil it for everybody.
Yeah. So, and that was going to be the next thing with NIL going on and stuff like that. We got Duke's quarterback. What is this fool's name? Mesa or Mince? What?
I can't even. Don't even give me fuck. I'm gonna fuck his name up.
Yeah. So they're talking about he's gonna make $10 million.
Darian Mensah.
Darian Mensah.
For playing football at Duke?
Part.
No, he's leaving Duke. He's in the transfer portal. They said Miami is the top school to land him.
Yeah.
And the price is $10 million.
Yeah, he's currently linked to Miami and Ole Miss, and right now the current number is $8 million with potential of being 10. So he's being heavily courted. Why again?
I don't know. I didn't watch a single.
So I watched 1 or 2, and even still, all you had to do was watch the ACC championship.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Because here's all you need to know about this young man. And I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, so don't nobody get all pissed off. The fact that the winner, the ACC champion, did not make the college football fucking playoff should tell you everything you need to know. Because Miami represented the ACC and Miami is in the national championship. That should tell you exactly what you need to know. There you are, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the Tulane quarterback. Okay. Makes sense to me now. I didn't know homie's name 2 years ago, but I knew Tulane. I saw a couple games of Tulane. Okay. Still not worth $10 million.
Listen, the fact that you went from Tulane to Duke, you can't do that.
Well, yeah, no, we see, and that's another thing I was talking about with the NIL stuff. We're seeing a lot of kids leaving those types of schools, whether it's the Tulanes, the North Texases, the James Madisons, the East Carolinas,
the smaller schools.
Yeah, the West Alabamas, and they're going to Division I schools now. So what's happening is the FCS schools are becoming like farm systems.
Yeah.
No,
they are.
James Madison lost 23. They lost 23 players, 20 starters, all to the transfer portal.
Yeah. So
that's insane.
It is. And I view, and we've had a very in-depth episode about NIL, but the way I view this as a double-edged sword, but I also I see the benefits and I see the absolute downfall of this shit. I don't blame the kids at those smaller schools entering the transfer portal to get to these bigger schools when they weren't offered those big scholarships from the jump. If they've proven themselves.
If they
Because if you-
develop themselves into
Yeah, like if you go to
That's-
James Madison for 2 years and you're the best player on the team and you're the receiver, the running back, the defensive end, the quarterback, whatever, and you decide you want to transfer to a middle of the pack SEC school, or middle of the pack, other conference to boost that program, I'm not going to fault you for that. Where I am going to fault players is if your ass already at one of these Division I schools and you were a 4-star, a 5-star, and because of the first year you didn't get to play, you're like, oh, I'm going to go somewhere else where I get to shine. Well, what that tells me is you either, it's not that you're not good enough, I'm just going to say it that way, but you're not you're not willing to work. You didn't beat that guy out. You don't believe in competition. Like, there's a reason why the older days when Alabama's and the Georgias and all these guys had this litany of talent, and you were like, I've never heard of that guy. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, he ends up being one of the top players in the country because they sat behind that 5-star starter, developed, played when they needed to play. And then all of a sudden that kid went to the draft, next man up, boom. And it's like, and Dion said this not too long ago. And then Cam talked about it on his podcast. He's like, kids are chasing the bag and not the game. The bag is not the game. The game is the bag. And that's the problem. And I hear people say, oh, but these kids got to make money while they can. The problem is when you're in non-professional sports and you're in amateur sports, just call it what it is, and you're making first round, second round NFL money, there's a level of work ethic being lost. There's a level of drive, a level of passion being lost because you've secured a bag that most kids in the early 2000s would have died for. Because I guarantee you, and Mel knows this better than any of us on this panel, had NIL been a thing from just 1990 and on, just think about that Miami team that won, how much NIL money would have been in that. That is how much that would have probably been the first $1 billion NIL situation. Well, that one Miami team.
But them niggas was already getting NIL.
I know, but legally I'm speaking legally. But then think about
I know what you mean.
But think about that USC UT game now with NIL type of implications. How many players were drafted from that national championship game if NIL was a thing? Like that, like, but they all went to the NFL and earned that bag. And they're all successful now.
Is where's the hunger at? Like, where's the I'll take Bryce Underwood.
Okay. Yeah.
Bryce Underwood is going to make $15 million at Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
$15 million. Do you know what a competent person would do with $15 million? There would be no reason for me to go to the NFL because why risk my body if I already got this money? This can change my families and 2 generations after that if we handle it right. You can turn that $15 million into $45 million like that.
The fact that I'm giving $15 million to a person, man or woman, under the age of 21.
It's crazy work.
It's crazy. So let's put this in the proper perspective. I just want everybody to kind of like get a generalized idea of this, right? So 5th round pick, I'm using first round picks. 5th round pick, Mason Graham, who was drafted by the Cleveland Browns, signed a 4-year, $40 million deal to play in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And we just talked about a player making $15 million in one college season.
Yeah, Shador's
do we not see the issue with that? Like, Mason Graham is a really talented player.
Mm-hmm.
He is so that's a big deal. Will Campbell, who's currently in the playoffs right now for the New England Patriots, 4 years, $43.7 million rookie contract with a $28.4 million signing bonus.
Now, mind you, Mason Graham was what, the 3rd overall pick?
No, Graham was 5th. Mason Graham was 5th to the Cleveland Browns. Will Campbell's the 4th. I'm going on my way up here.
Mm-hmm.
Abdul Carter. We all know about Abdul Carter from college. His deal is fully guaranteed at $45.2 million. Number 3 overall pick. And then, of course, you had Cam Ward and Travis Hunter, who signed their ridiculous deals as well. So, for context, Ashton Genty. We all know Ashton Genty, right? Fully guaranteed $35.8 million deal with a $22.74 million signing bonus for Ashton Genty, who was one of the top college players in the last draft. But it's about 30 NIL players right now this upcoming season that are going to make almost as much as him in one college season. How is that not looked at like a red flag?
It should be. And it's bad because at that point, like I'm not saying there's no reason to go to the NFL, but bro, you're getting all this money.
Yeah. And I mean, I understand it for the back end. Like if you're going to be on the back end of the 53, because I wanted to look it up because I wanted to understand it. The minimum rookie salary in the NFL is $840,000, which I don't give a fuck who you are. If you come from a family that is not made of money, if I am number 51 on the NFL roster and you telling me I'm going to make $840,000 in one 16-game season,
I'm good money.
That's good money from coming from nothing. Like, what are we doing? Like, but kids see that 840 and you know what? Lamborghini going to pay me $2.3 million. And I get it. That's a lot. That's life-changing money. But then you're going to be like, well, shit, Lamborghini believed in me enough to, do this for me. So I might as well just, do this. But then you get to the NFL, not even when you get to the NFL, then what? Then you
created bad habits.
And then you wash out, and there's now where all that money at. Because I imagine if I would give a 19-year-old $2 million, they're not finna invest that shit. They're not finna save that shit. There's no control when you pay that much money. Like there's got to be more requirements. If I pay a kid $15 million, brother, you got to sit down with a financial advisor. We got to talk to you. Because
the thing about it is, I'm not going to say they don't care, but that's not their responsibility. Because the way they look at it is like whatever you do with it after, because all they care about is how you perform on the field.
True, but
that's true.
But
what about the coaches?
A lot of them don't. I mean, hello, Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, and I get that, but like a lot of the brands obviously aren't going to care about what the kids do with the money. But like
those same
coaches who say they're supposed to be molding young men, like y'all are supposed to be telling them how to be financially responsible with this money.
You know what the problem with that is, Moo? And I don't mean a problem, but this is, and the fact that people still attack Deion Sanders, but that's exactly what he does. He mentors these young men. And people are like, oh, how can Deion Sanders talk about NIL when he made all that money? Deion backed up every goddamn thing he said. Like Deion Deion was the blueprint for creating your brand in the NFL. Granted, he came into the NFL a little flashy, a little shiny, but his play backed it up. But people forget he got the bag because of another sport prior to. Like, this shit didn't just happen out of nowhere. Deion didn't just become Deion out of nowhere. Like, he had money prior to being drafted to the NFL from other sports and shit like that. Like that, let's not pretend like this is not a thing. But the way he talks to his Colorado players now is like, look, you making this NIL bag, but understand what you need to do with that NIL bag to make sure that you stay making money.
Yep.
Because if you give go ahead.
Deion gave money. Like a
lot
of
did.
People always talk about the money that he got, but they never talk about how much money he gave from not even his contracts, from out of his own pocket, from the money from his NFL. Like that is the difference. And when he's preaching that to his kids and to the boys, when you see Travis Hunter going out and giving guys part of his NIL money for scholarships, and Shador doing the same thing, and Shiloh doing the same thing, it's like that's what it's about. That's how molding young men.
Well, and we all remember at Jackson State at first year, Deion was coming out of his own pocket for buses, for food, for stuff that a college should have already provided. Like people, that should have already been provided, but that's how much he cares. He's like, I'm gonna come out of my own pocket and show you, lead by example of how you are supposed to handle yourself. Because we all know this. We all went to school with certain individuals where we know had they made it, right? And I'm talking about the ones that like was skipping class out, but they were hims and hers. Mm-hmm. Had they got that NIL bag in college, they would have found themselves right back where the fuck they started, because we know what they would have done with that money immediately. Because they didn't have the right people in their circle, in their corner, in their ear.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, if I got an 18-year-old cash cow and that cat making that bread, who's mentoring that young man, that young woman? All they see now is a handout. They all see a handout now. They're like, oh, because we all know what we would do at that age with that kind of money. I wasn't responsible very much with money when I was that young. And listen, and I'll tell you a transparent ass story, because most of you have been around from the sidelines long enough. You guys understand what my full-time profession is. At 19 years old, I was given a $20,000 enlistment bonus at 19. The fuck you think I did with that shit? Because I didn't have people in my ear outside of my parents giving me the game that I have now. So of course I went to the mall and blew that shit. Of course I went and bought a car because I didn't have a car. Like, I went and did dumb shit because I say dumb shit. I bought a car. That's actually smart. But I still went.
That's financially responsible. I ain't gonna lie.
But I bought a car because I needed to get somewhere. Like, I needed but
you know what I mean? There you go.
But I blew that money in less than 3 months. And that's way before. This is in 2008. This is in 2008. This is in 2008. Like,
at least you get 3 months. It took these motherfuckers 3 days.
Listen, and that's because, and that's really and truly is because I had no idea. Like, when I looked at my bank account, I was just like I literally embodied when Plies dropped this song. I was like, I'm going out stunting today. Like, that's what the fuck I would do. Wake up, check my little bank account. I'm like, yeah, I'm going out today. Like, I bought an 87 Crown Vic and I spent like $400 dropping a sound system in that motherfucker. Like, I had 12s. I was beating down the block. Like, and Mel, you'll appreciate this because, like I said, this 87 Crown Vic square body maroon leather, like, that's what I had. Like, that was my baby. I was unstoppable. Like, that bitch was metal. That's back when cars was worth the shit.
Oh yeah, no, that's all.
You couldn't tell me shit when I bought that car. Mind you, I bought that bitch for $1,500 cash. I was like, yeah, this my shit.
Oh,
right
see,
here.
you didn't go crazy. See, that's good. That's amazing.
Well, with the car, I couldn't. I wasn't finna go. Now, my second car, I bought a BMW, so I probably, but. That's when I started. That's when I started getting speeding tickets when I bought the BMW.
Understandable though. That's fair.
Yeah. But that's the example, is like when you give somebody who came from essentially nothing and you give them just a little something, how stupid you could be. So imagine what you do now if you go from nothing and all of a sudden you get 7 figures and you ain't never even seen 7 figures. Prior to me getting that quote unquote that enlistment bonus, I had never even seen $4,000. Like, I worked during the summer and I probably made that entire summer. I probably made maybe $2,300 and I bought my school clothes with it. So I had never at that point seen really much more than that. So all of a sudden after taxes, I got like, 16,400 just sitting in the bank account. Like, shit. Like, you're going to do dumb shit because you're immediately thinking about, there's so much shit that I've wanted to buy that now I can go buy.
Yes, and therein lies the problem with giving these kids, like, how much control do you think you can tell a 17, 18-year-old kid who's making more than everybody on campus?
Nothing.
You gotta go to class.
You gotta go to class. Nigga, I'm worth 15 million. I ain't gotta go to class.
Look, fuck all that. They probably like, hey, Teach, how much I gotta pay you to get an A?
I'm
like,
saying,
let's be real. Like, let's be real. How
I'm
much you
just
make in a year? I'm gonna give you 100,000 for this A right now. Like, that's
I'm worth 15 million. How much you want right now? I ain't gotta go to class. Matter of fact, how much you want for the A?
Like,
how much you want for the A in the class? Let me know.
Yeah,
what's
like,
the number?
It's like, look, what kind of car are you driving? Oh, it's a 2024. How much you got left on it? Bet I give you all that. You give me an A right now.
Right now.
That's
like,
the thing.
It's a mafia mentality.
Yeah, bust me out of 90. I'm not even saying like an A+. Bust me out of 90.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't even need the A, bro. Low key, you can give me a B and I'm Gucci.
Just long as look, Carson Beck, not Carson. Is it Carson Beck? Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
Stetson Bennett was in Georgia for 6 years and never graduated.
You missing 10 years, dog. He was in Georgia for 16 years.
Not to mention, prior to him getting drafted, people forget that man got pulled over for drinking and driving.
He's 45.
I was going to say, the nigga's 47. Of course, that's what you do.
I mean, he was probably drinking that yak too, being in Georgia. I know he got ingratiated in that Southern lifestyle.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to say something about this Unk Bowl that we got going on in the NCAA. It's these niggas.
I'm gonna get to that. That's what I'm gonna get to right now.
These niggas don't want to go to the league, bro. I've been saying it since 2016. They don't want to go to the league.
Hey, let's talk about the Unk Bowl then.
So we got Indiana and Miami. Couple guys on each team have been in college football for pretty minute. I'm not against it. Like, I'm not one of those. If it makes sense, I'm not mad at you. Like, if it makes sense, I'm not mad at you for being in college for as long as you did. Like, Dylan Gabriel was in college for 6 years, and he never got hurt. He was just in college for 6 years.
He was just hanging.
Like, so if you like Tyler Show, I know he had 3 major injuries that shut him down. So I get it. But
I mean, yeah, I get it. But still,
I just feel like
but
after
it's still a long time.
You
It's still
shouldn't want to be around college girls
like
anymore.
at what point does it get weird?
That's just me.
what make like the
Thank
kid
you.
that
That's
played
what
at
I'm
Miami
saying.
last year, the tight end. He was in college for 9 years though.
Bro. I can't even know. I don't even know if I want to call you because I'll fuck around and be calling you Pawpaw.
Because I'm trying to figure out
9 years. No,
what
I'm
did
saying
you
nine,
like,
like 9
when did
years
you
of calling you Pawpaw.
graduate?
Yeah.
And what are you on? Like, are you even going to class? Do you go to what is the point of class?
Like, you literally live in that National Lampoon's Van Wilder lifestyle that we saw in movies.
Yes.
Because we growing up, we were okay with that kid being a graduate transfer. We like, that makes sense. It makes sense. We were even okay with the COVID shit. We're like, you know what? All right, bet. Like, you know, COVID happened during your sophomore, junior year. We'll grant you another year. You stay in college 5 years, whatever. But then motherfuckers like, oh, I'm gonna take a red shirt this year, and I'm gonna play my 4 years, and I'm gonna get a waiver and play for 6. I'm like, what the fuck we got going on, bro? Either take your ass to the pros or graduate with your degree and go get you a regular ass job.
Yeah, like all that other shit is nasty work. It's just nasty work. But I'm gonna get your opinion on something. So we got the national championship on Monday.
Mm-hmm. On a holiday. Thank you, college football, for that.
No,
because I ain't gotta go to work. My kids ain't got to go to school. I appreciate that.
We posed a bigger picture, and I expanded it even bigger than that. Where you would get the SWAC champion. The SWAC would play a playoff. The FCS would play a playoff. The Power 5 and the G5 would play a playoff. Final 4. Follow me. So now, when you get the champions from those tournaments, the champion from each tournament will play each other, and then we will have an actual national champion to prove who is the best college football team in the country. Now, everybody's like, oh, how are you going to play that many games? I said, nigga, it's NIL time. You want to increase this NIL money? You expand it out, take it all the way to the day after the Super Bowl, that Monday. Call it championship weekend. Got the Super Bowl on Sunday, national championship on Monday.
So you pushing the college season longer. The logistical side of it is we fucking with National Signing Day and some other stuff that we gotta coaches move, like everything would need to be readjusted for that. Like, and I agree with what all the main multimedia heads are saying about like starting the season, like week 0 is actually week 1, like all that shit like that. Like I agree with making the calendar make sense, because when coaches leave, like the Lane Kiffin situation shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't be a thing. Lane Kiffin should have been coaching Ole Miss until shit was done, then make your move over to LSU. But that's not what happened.
Right. But this is now what you're doing is you're forcing people to hold true to their commitments.
Yeah, exactly. At that point you have because if you're playing, if you want to play in the championship, which means more eyes are on you, you have
to at worst finish out that season.
Or stay.
Or just stay.
Because I mean, if you look at it, right, like I'm glad that Oregon's quarterback is coming back, because Dante Moore didn't have the best showing. He didn't have enough starts. He was going to be on some Anthony Richardson type shit. He only had like 8 starts. Yeah. That's not enough.
I was going to say,
like,
he needed to, though.
If you're going to take this NIL money, like, you can't do no one and done in college football. It ain't going to work. Anthony Richardson is already the project that showed you why you need multiple. You need starts. Like, because if you look at it from the other side, Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, all these guys had multiple upon multiple upon multiple starts, and look at them.
Yeah, you only get better. We say it all the time. You only get better playing football by playing football.
Even Caleb Williams had multiple starts from Oklahoma to USC, and look at him now. He's in the playoffs. He's got a chance to make a pretty good. He's making a run now. He already got his first playoff win. So that's big.
Yeah, I think they're probably a strong candidate to win the Super Bowl just based off how they're playing.
Listen. I'll reserve my hot takes for
we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I got some hot takes I'm putting together.
They're calling him the Iceman.
Hey, you ain't got to call him the Iceman. He's showing y'all. He's showing y'all he's the Iceman. You ain't got to call him nothing. He's showing you.
So what do we have on Monday? Give me your college football championship pick right now. Who you got?
Oh, I'm taking Indiana.
Well, you still sticking with what we said, or you going?
I really don't even want to pick, bro, because I already know what's gonna happen. Like I said, and like GQ said earlier, I already know. I told you last week, I already know what's going to transpire. Okay? I already know what's going to transpire. Indiana's gonna win. They're gonna hype up Fernando Mendoza. We're gonna take him number one, and the Raiders aren't gonna really change. So.
Stop talking bad stuff into the air. We are not doing that.
And he's not wrong.
I'm trying to be realistic.
He's not wrong, but Indiana collectively is the more complete team.
Oh no, I said whoever won the Indiana Oregon game.
Now Miami's defense can make a difference in this game. They can, because Miami's defense decided to just show the fuck up as soon as they got put in the playoff. Miami's defense just said, "Oh, we're here too, guys." Like, boys is really playing for some draft stock from Miami's defense, like 100%. Because what they did to A&M was diabolical. So. I mean, I understand. I was already against A&M and some other teams in the first place after what UT did to them, but that's neither here nor there. Indiana collectively is just the more complete team, to where I don't trust Carson Beck because I've seen Carson Beck in the national championship.
We've seen him in big games.
So I know that Indiana's defense is going to be on his head, because when you pressure that young man, that man tends to throw up funny shit.
And that defense is solid.
And that defense is
really good.
And they love to hit. Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if Indiana's defense does to Carson Beck what the Patriots did to Justin Herbert and bust his ass all game long, because that very much could happen. The only thing that's going to save Miami's offense is that young running back who's an absolute fucking stud. And he's only a freshman. And that boy can play. That boy reminds me of Percy Harvin. He's shifty as fuck. And the fact that they move him from in the backfield to the slot and use him in the screen game like they do, that boy, he reminds me of Percy Harvin.
Oh, you talking about what's his name? Tony.
Number five. Yeah, Tony.
Yeah.
I call him a running back because I see him in the backfield so goddamn. I know but he's in the backfield so much. But he reminds me of Percy Harvin. Like, in the open field, you might not catch him.
Yeah. Okay. We got this. This one's going to be quick. This next segment will be real quick. Then we'll get to the NFL shit. I saw this, and this shit was absolutely ridiculous to me. I want to see how ridiculous it is to you guys. It's still college themed, but it's going to transition us into the NFL stuff.
What's your hot take for this NFL playoffs?
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie. I don't watch the NFL.
I don't pay attention to NFL. I don't really pay attention to the NFL, so the Ravens, so
ain't that the truth? I be watching like clips, but I don't be like keeping up with it.
Can you explain why all you high school football players don't watch NFL?
I think it's just because we got so much going on, and like college slick more interesting than NFL. Who waking up on a Sunday to watch an NFL game? It really do be like that. Like I said, college is more fun. Like, oh, Nick, come here. What's your hot take on the NFL playoffs?
I don't even watch NFL.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's the first time I've heard that. Like, when I saw you put it in the doc, I was like, where's this going? I got it. And that's the first time I've seen and heard kids that are playing college football and high school football, for that matter, talk about not watching the pros.
It doesn't make any sense to me, only because it is. You play football. Like,
fuck that. Take it a step back. You play Madden.
9 times out of 10.
You playing Madden, and you probably playing Madden and NCAA, because now, if you've noticed, EA is selling the bundle. You can buy both for like $130. So they're probably, I guarantee you, these kids are playing Madden.
Yeah, and then the thing of who wakes up on a Sunday to watch the NFL, nigga. You said you watch college football, so you had to wake up earlier to watch the college game.
Yeah. Like
on a Saturday.
All the time. Yeah. Niggas don't watch football. I be trying to tell it all the time. This is how I know. When people have these debates, when people have these discussions about sports and their favorite players and who's the best player, bro, just point to this right here, because they don't watch the game. They watch highlights, they watch little snippets, they watch clips on social media, but they don't watch the game. They don't study the game. And I'll give you guys a perfect example. You can go up to, and it's crazy because, like you said, they play football, right? You can go up to any one of those players and tell them, show me how you watch film. And that'll explain everything right there. That's the reason why they don't watch football, because we watch football as like it's film. We can break it down right there. They watch football to get excited and for clout and for posted for clips. They don't understand the game of football. They play it because it's fun and they play it because they want the bag, but they don't understand it because they don't know how to watch film.
Right.
So and it's funny the Moo said that. It goes back to something that we all on this show said, I'm gonna say 2 years ago. When you stop becoming a student of your craft, that's it. And that's these youngsters who are in high school have already stopped being students of their craft, because you should be studying the pros because they're the ones that are there.
If that's your aspiration, then why you have to watch the dude who has the job that you're trying to get?
Unless it goes back to our NIL conversation. Are they just going to college for that bag to become a quick millionaire, and then that's it? Because maybe that's what's happening. And maybe a lot of those kids are going to go to college, get that NIL deal, and be like, you know what, it's cool if I don't make it to the pros. I became a millionaire.
That part, right? What you just said, because there's always going to be the diehards that they just love football, and they're going to go into the NFL and do their thing. But I think same thing with basketball, and we're seeing it now in football, is these kids are like, if I already made $15 to $20 million and I'm 22 years old, why would I go bang my body up going to do that if I don't have to? See, the reason why
but you have to.
At my age, we went to college and wanted to go pro is because we had to. Like we had to.
That was the way out.
That was the way out.
You didn't see that bag till you got drafted.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a key thing. But the thing is, even if you make it to 22, you get the NIL bag. How many of those millionaires are going to remain millionaires?
They don't see that part.
Yep.
And this is what happens when you don't have the right people in your ear and in your corner. Because when you go from being broke to not broke, the last thing you want to do is be broke again.
That is 100%. And we don't live in the same environment because, and I don't want to say it like this, is like what I considered broke and poor. These kids today never lived like that.
No,
like what y'all they don't know what that is.
No, because they even those same kids now. I'm gonna exclude the ones from like the main areas. Like most of these kids outside of our big states, like your Cali's, your Texas, New Orleans, Florida, Jersey, even Vegas. Like a lot of them didn't grow up.
There's no
controversy. Raiola is going to be the backup.
Trash. Yeah,
he's going to be the backup, and he'll start once Dante Moore goes to the draft.
I think what they're going to do. I think Dylan's going to end up redshirt this year.
Yeah. That was.
He's not winning that spot.
Well, so I've seen two stories. One that he was going to redshirt, and one that he was going to be backup. Like I've seen both.
Either way, he's not winning that spot.
If they're going to do the 9-game bullshit, he'll probably just chill and then redshirt. Like if the middle of the season something happens to Dante, he gets hurt or nicked up, and they need him to play, then he can play. But for that, they're not going to waste a year Dylan Raiola sitting on the bench behind Dante Moore. It's like they're just not going to do it.
Dylan Raiola wasted a year by going to Oregon, and not realizing that Dante Moore is coming back. Like, brother,
why would you go to Oregon in the first place?
Because Oregon had. Because if they're going to do anything, that offense is going to put his ass in the draft.
Absolutely.
Him trying hard to be Patrick Mahomes has already put him in the draft.
No, I think that might have hurt him. But if he goes to Oregon and does what every other Oregon quarterback has done and do it a little bit better, he's going to be a first-round pick.
He will. Well, I mean, you said it. Just like every Oregon quarterback does, get to a big game and lose. So I don't doubt that.
Dylan Gabriel, Justin Herbert, Bo Nix,
Jeremiah Masoli.
Like,
we can go back because
Marcus Mariota.
I was gonna say Marcus Mariota. Yeah, we can go back because Oregon,
Like-
every single quarterback they've ever had lost in a big game.
Now, mind you, at least Marcus Mariota did win playoff games. I mean,
True. This is true.
He did.
well,
He did.
The thing is,
and he had one of the craziest plays by throwing a touchdown pass to himself off somebody's helmet.
Also true.
very true. So then, so high school kids not paying attention or not watching the NFL is absolutely ridiculous. But I have something even more ridiculous when this shit popped up on my timeline. Where it said, I bet $5,000 that Indiana would beat the Jets in a full-length football game.
No, they wouldn't.
First of all, shut the actual fuck up. Like, we got to stop doing that every year.
Yeah.
Like,
we
the
gotta
best
stop doing
college team can beat the worst NFL team, and it's like you're wrong because you're mistaking college kids for grown ass men.
Exactly.
And
Thank you.
the vast majority of a 53-man roster
Grown
is
ass
26 and above. Grown ass men.
Grown ass.
And 9 times out,
kids
listen,
and children.
listen,
Shit.
here's the crazy thing. Even if you set that game up for the sake of discussion, and Justin Fields was the quarterback, Justin Fields will run all over that Indiana defense because say
200
whatever
yards
you
on the
want.
ground.
Say whatever you want about Justin
Brees
Fields.
Hall gonna go.
Yep. Garrett Wilson gonna have 300 yards receiving.
Do you know how many sacks that defense is gonna have?
Yeah, like
interceptions.
You gotta stop with the ridiculous narratives thinking that a college team pick one.
Even the 01 Hurricanes wouldn't do it, bro.
No,
as
they would
good
not.
as that team
Those-
was.
No, they would
Those
not.
players weren't in their prime yet.
Yeah,
No,
like
they would not.
that. You're looking at the names, but the dudes that were playing, that were starting, a lot of those guys, they were still kids though. They were still
Children.
kids.
So let's just look it
Similar
up.
when they
I want to look up something real quick just because he said that. So the worst team in 2001 was the Buffalo Bills at 3-13.
The Tyrod Taylor team. Which
I'm gonna pull 2001. I'm gonna pull the roster for you. I got you. No, not this year. I want the 2001 team specifically. What the fuck y'all doing?
Oh hell no! 2001.
Yeah, they were 3-13
Bro,
in 2001.
I
There's no
know.
way.
I know the 01 Hurricanes, brother. Trust me, I know all about them.
No, there's no way. I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. We all know the 01 Hurricane team. No.
Yeah, I said Tyrod because I was thinking. Don't get me wrong. Don't mess with me. I know.
Don't worry, I got you. I got the roster put up for you. I'm with you. As soon as it loads. All right. Who was their quarterback at this time?
T3 said Rob Johnson.
Yeah, number 11. I hate that they don't have it broken down positionally, but
I'm gonna do it right now.
I'm just kind of looking at the roster. I mean, it's still like I'm just like, no. Even with this roster, I still no, because there was still a lot of dudes on this team, like dudes. So,
Peerless Price, Travis Henry, Eric Moulds, Larry Sent. Just off Travis Henry and Peerless Price and Eric Moulds alone, y'all niggas getting dog.
Look, check
I was
this.
gonna say,
Look,
are we
on
talking about the Bills?
Yes. On
No,
defense,
mm-mm.
you had Antoine Winfield Sr.
Come on.
on that
come
defense.
On. Come on. What are we talking about?
Come on now.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah,
Like, don't do that.
Mel, say the names that you just said again, please. One more time.
Peerless Price,
Come on, dog.
Travis Henry, Eric Moulds, Larry Centers. Who else was the
Peerless Price and Larry said the game's over. The game's over.
You
The
had
game's over.
Sammy Morris.
Wrap it up.
You had Sammy Morris,
Wrap it up.
Jeremy McDaniel.
Like, if you don't, Eric Moulds was disgusting. Like,
If you played Madden, you know the name Eric Moulds. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Disgusting. That man was gross.
But look, hold on. Look, Mel, I got one for you. Number 96, Eric Flowers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just went to the defense. You got Eric Flowers.
Come on, bro.
You had Nate Clemens on this roster.
Nate Clement, thank you.
Yeah.
You had Larry Centers on this roster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sean
Sam
Bryson,
Howard.
Travis Brown, Reuben Brown, Lance Brown.
Yeah, you can, like, I get it. Yeah, Sean Taylor was on the bench. Sean Taylor didn't even start, dog.
I was gonna say Sean Taylor didn't even start.
Sean
That's what
Taylor
I'm
was running
saying.
down on kickoff.
Yeah, because freaking Ed Reed, and I think it was what Antrell Roll started or Philip Buchanan.
I don't even think Ed in 01, I don't think Ed Reed started. Hold on, let me see.
Like we just no. Like and I just wanted to do it just because, right? So I pulled the second worst team, which was the San Diego Chargers at 5-11. I just felt like doing that. Drew Brees was the quarterback at this time. Doug Flutie was also on this roster at this time. Fred McCary at running back, one of the running backs. Rodney Jenkins, another running back. Derek Harris, Terrell Fletcher. Like, no. Like, even though the worst two teams in 2001. No, you had Marcellus Wiley at defensive end, Jamal Williams at defensive tackle. Lanian Tomlinson was still on this roster at this time. Junior Seau.
Yeah, no.
Sam Rogers, like Carlos Polk.
You said Junior cooked.
Yes,
they're cooked.
Yeah, the king of CTE.
Come on, they're cooked.
Like,
that was of CTE.
Now, and mind you,
offense, the 01 offense is getting fried up. Y'all had, they had Clinton Portis, and their running backs was dope, but Clinton Portis was the main guy. Frank Gore, that's how old that nigga is. That nigga wasn't. Jeremy Shockey was your best receiving option. Other than that, you had Kevin Beard, Jason Gathers, and Daryl Jones. Bruh, that offense is not moving the ball, dog.
At all.
It's not moving the ball. Like, sorry. Then, because let me see. Well, Andre Reed wasn't even Andre Johnson wasn't even playing. That nigga was a kick returner back then.
Pulling another roster because I'm
Kellen Winslow was you had Kellen Winslow and Jeremy. Nope, Kellen Winslow didn't even play either.
Yep, sure didn't. That team was stacked, but all the best niggas didn't play.
They didn't play that year, bro. Where's the defense? Let's go to defense. You had Antrell Roll, Ed Reed, Jerome McDougal, and Philip Buchanan.
I was gonna say Philip Buchanan was on that team too.
That's it. Vince Wilfork didn't even play like that. Bro, that team is getting fucked up.
Vince Wilfork didn't play like that. Freaking what's his name from the Saints?
Yeah, you talking about they used Andre Johnson in the title game for the whole season? He didn't play, dog. So we're basing this off of who played.
Yeah. So I apologize to the fans because I misread. I didn't go down to the other conference. The worst team was the Carolina Panthers at 1-15, but don't worry, I'm still gonna go down this roster. You had quarterback was kind of irrelevant. They were all trash, but he was Demue Craig, Matt Little, and Chris Weinke.
Chris Weinke, they're cooked. Put my boy Weinke in the game. They're cooked. Yeah, I don't care.
You got to put Weinke. I mean, Weinke was the starter, but you had Chris Hetherington and Brad Hoover is your main running backs. Nick Goins was your number 3. Isaac Berg, Casey Crawford, Carl Hankin, Darrell Hayes, Patrick Jeffers, Chris Mangum, Muhsin Muhammad, Steve Smith, Wesley Walls was the receiver tight end combination.
That alone right there is done.
Well, just Steve Smith. Steve Smith take care of that. Steve Smith and Muhsin Muhammad got y'all cooked 100%. Defensively, it's all right. It's definitely still enough to cause a lot of fucking problems. And this 1-15 team would still beat that team.
Yeah, like that. It sounds good when people say it. Oh yeah, the best college team will beat the worst NFL team. No, they won't.
No, they wouldn't. They're getting their ass kicked 60-something to 0.
Like, bro, these are grown ass men. And listen, like I said, Steve Smith alone, as angry as he plays, would be like, I don't give a fuck who's on the other side. I'm catching this ball.
Right. What happened to your screen? What happened?
I don't know. My screen went black.
There you go. What happened?
I don't know. It's not. Let me look at my. Hold on. Let me look at my camera. Oh, let's see. I don't like any of that. My fucking camera just stopped doing shit.
Well, he disconnected. All right. Okay. So we'll get to recapping last week's NFL games.
Yes, sir.
We'll start at the top. Rams Panthers turned out to be the game that we thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought that game was very competitive.
Okay, I'll wait for them to get back in. Very good. Matt Stafford doing what I thought he would do. Still driving, still doing his thing for that MVP. Bryce and the boy. And the crazy thing about it is, I was going because I went back into our old video from the beginning of the season. A lot of the stuff that we said happened. A lot of stuff, like what we talked about. What we said that the Panthers was going to be really good this year and might win the division. There's a lot of shit that we said that, you know, why you come and watch inside the we could this is what we know what we're talking about sometimes.
They know ball.
But Rams Panthers was a very good game. What the playoffs are supposed to be about. Packers Bears. We're just talking about Caleb doing what Caleb do now. A lot of people was talking crazy about Caleb last year and what he was not. And I kept trying to tell y'all that coach was he was some shit. He was garbage. All right. It's bad for you can't have a talented quarterback and a shitty head coach. Cleveland.
Shots fired.
Because you see what happens when you get a competent head coach who knows how to run an offense with a star quarterback. With weapons, too. Because I'm not going to Roma Dunze, the running back, Swift, and the other kid, Manungai, whatever the fuck his name is.
Hey, I like Manungai.
Yeah, that boy nice.
That boy bad.
Yeah, like
nice.
Not to mention, we talked about this earlier about my random picks every year, and Colston Loveland was my pick this year.
Yes, I paid attention to that episode.
That boy done come alive.
That boy good.
Listen,
boy good. I mean, I'm a Michigan guy, so if you know, if I follow Michigan, I know all about Colston Loveland. So
I just watch the way I watch college football. I look for certain things, and I'm like, what he did was sticking out. Like I like Tyler Warren too. I was a big fan, but I was like, if give Loveland a chance, he gonna be something, and he's kind of become Caleb's number one guy.
Yeah, if you look at all the Michigan tight ends in the NFL right now, understand
the Michigan and the Iowa ones for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, just so you understand what is going to happen in LA with the fucking Chargers over the next couple of years.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, I love Gadsden. I picked him up in Dynasty. I didn't even know who that was.
That boy good too.
I had to go back and watch some film. I was like, wait a minute, who is this guy? I was like, oh,
his father was nice.
So I saw bits and pieces, but I didn't watch enough. Like I like to watch multiple. Like I don't want to see the one game where you had 200. I need to see the body. So I had to go back and watch. I was like, oh, hold on now. This is different. Like sometimes I wish we had access to the all 22 because that's how I would have went back and looked at his type of shit in college. Like, let me go figure this shit out because that boy can ball. He just need to stay healthy.
That's it.
Which is pretty much the whole Chargers team at this point. They all need to fucking stay healthy because that's going to be their problem. Running backs, everybody.
Speaking of staying healthy, 49ers, Eagles. The med deck came alive. 49ers pull it out. No diddy. 23-19. Everybody wants to blame Jalen Hurts.
AJ Brown, you suck.
I was going to say this, and I was like, look, Karma is just not a big fat bitch from the Bronx, okay?
Sometimes she come from Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, she was present in Philly.
You was talking,
front row.
You can't talk all the shit that you talk all season long and then get to the playoffs and you drop 4 passes and easy joints, dog. Easy.
2 of those were touchdowns, AJ.
4, but 2 were game-breaking drops.
2 of those were touchdowns, AJ.
One of them was on 3rd down, another was on 4th down. Those were game-breaking drops, which don't happen. Like he's relatively sure-handed. So for him to have 4 drops in a single game was crazy.
That's why I said. That's why you gotta be careful how you talk, because hey, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back crazy, and it came back super crazy on you. Bills, Jaguars. I hate this game so much.
That game pissed me. That game pissed me the fuck off.
Oh
me and DJ Michael B was at my house watching that game. That game pissed me the fuck off because Jacksonville should have won that game. And Jacksonville, let me just say this. Y'all lost that game. The Bills didn't beat y'all. Y'all lost that game. Because Travis Etienne was averaging 7 goddamn yards a carry.
Thank you.
You motherfuckers stop running the ball.
Talk about it, GQ.
What's wrong with y'all?
Talk about it.
Phil Cohen, when the Bills fumbled on the kickoff and they got the ball back, and it was 4th and 1.
Yes.
Kick the field goal, no? Just kick the field goal.
Yeah, please.
Because those are free points for you. You want
the points.
But the fact that when you successfully in the NFL playoffs can run the football, you can run all the way to the Super Bowl. Ask the Philadelphia Eagles what happens when you run the ball all the way through the playoffs. You win a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And listen, I'm not sitting here telling you that Travis Etienne is a world breaker, but he is a damn good running back. And you know who's really good with coaching running backs? Liam Cohen. Why? Because he's the reason motherfuckers went out there and drafted Bucky Irving in fucking fantasy this year. Because Bucky Irving was a goddamn dog last year when Liam Cohen had his hands on him. He knows how to use multi-use running backs. And they traded away Tank Bigsby. That should tell you everything you know. They traded him away. Mm-hmm. Because last year, people thought Tank Bigsby was going to take over and Etienne was going to get traded. They traded away Tank Bigsby and kept Etienne, and look what Etienne was doing. Balling.
Well, if you watched him in college, you know what Etienne is.
Oh, no, 100%. His little brother was the same. His little brother was a dog at Georgia, too, now. But the fact that Travis Etienne was doing what he was doing in that game, and you didn't lean on that more, and you thought for some odd reason throwing the ball to Brian Thomas Jr. on a game-winning drive was a good idea, knowing good and hell well he has had, of all of your receivers, the most non-reliable hands.
Right.
Non-reliable. The film don't lie. You had no reason.
Had the most drops in the season.
Yes,
out of receivers all season.
You brought in Jacoby Myers from the Raiders, and he elevated the fuck out that receiving room.
For sure.
You had your tight end, your young tight end, who's really, really fucking good. You had Parker Washington going for 100 yards in this game. You could have threw the ball to anybody else.
But Parker Washington been going nuts since
he had. That's what I'm saying. You could have just Brian Thomas should have sat his ass on the sideline during that final drive, because I do believe had that drop not happened, I do think Jacksonville goes down and wins that game.
Well, I don't even care about the drop, bro. The fucking Bills, the last 5 fucking weeks, have played ass for 3.5 quarters, and the Bills let them. Not the Bills. The Patriots let his ass off the fucking hook. The goddamn Bengals let his ass off the goddamn hook. Shador whooped his ass and didn't let his ass off the hook. And I forgot who was the other team that let his ass off the hook. And the
Patriots did not let him off the hook. That was a bullshit ass game all around.
They let him up. They was up 24-0.
We didn't score enough. Should have scored 40.
No.
You know what? GQ say that shit.
You got to beat Josh Allen. Like, you got to beat him down. Because 24 points in the NFL is not a lot.
Dog, I hate how they pump. Oh, you got to Josh Allen did it. He's garbage.
No, I'm not saying what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Josh start doing that wild shit that he does, you have to have more than a 3 touchdown lead, because dumb shit just happens.
Because what happens is because there's nothing to lose at that point. There's nothing to lose.
Yeah, but if I got 40 points on the board, I'm okay.
But it shouldn't have. It's just like, it's weird.
But the thing is, we had already beaten him once, so it's not like, But here's the thing: if he plays like ass this weekend, he's not beating the Broncos. Because
he shouldn't even be in
this. I really hate this game.
You're not wrong. However, the biggest, I wish I was on the show prior to the playoffs just to say what I needed to say to you guys, and I'll say it now. The biggest X factor in the fucking NFL playoffs is Sean Payton.
Ew.
It's Sean Payton. You don't have to like him, But when it comes to offenses and high-powered offenses and teams going on a run, Sean Payton knows what the fuck to do. He does. He's gonna have just enough plays dialed up to when Josh Allen does that dumb shit, he's gonna do what the Chiefs do to the Bills and crush his soul.
I don't know. I don't trust Bo Nix.
You don't have to trust him. He only got to make 2 or 3 solid ass throws to Cortland Sutton, and it'll be just fine. I think the running game is going to be the key to this game, and I think RJ Harvey can do it.
I ain't gonna lie. Asking Bo Nix to make 2 or 3 solid throws is asking a lot.
It's not. He does. That's pretty much all he really does. He gives you 2 or 3 really good throws in the fourth quarter, and it changed, and it's fine. Like that, I don't need him to throw the ball 30 times. I need him to throw the ball 19 times and let RJ Harvey get like.
Payton, watch it. Never mind. I just want to see it
happen. I think the defense will go after him because either way, the Bills' path is garbage here on out because you got the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Texans. That's what you looking like. And I don't think if somehow, some way, Josh Allen pulls this game off, he don't want to see the Patriots or the Texans in the AFC Championship. He damn sure don't want to see Houston because Houston fucked him up.
Look,
Houston had that boy on the run for his money.
See Josh Allen pass this fucking week.
No, I don't either.
I'm
just saying. And it's not being talked about enough. But Jordan Poyer's out for this game.
Yeah,
and that's not like granted. Oh, but they're getting Ed Oliver backing up. Yeah, okay, that's great in the interior D line. Bo Nix ain't finna just sit in the pocket. You still got to catch that little motherfucker. Right. But the fact that your safety, Jordan Poyer's out. The Broncos have 2 6-foot-tall plus receivers in Franklin and fucking Cortland Sutton who can go get the ball. Then you got Marvin Mims in the slot. That's the problem. Because defensive back-wise,
who's going to put everybody in a spot,
and who's going to get them the ball? Because I don't think Bo Nix can. Certified Bo Nix hater, everybody. Just letting everybody.
It's apparent, but it's okay.
Next game, that from last week, Patriots Chargers. We talked about it briefly earlier. That defense was the
saving grace,
the highlight of this game. That Patriot defense, and like I said, and a lot of people don't understand, the Chargers offensive line was fucked up. It was bad, and they took full advantage of it,
as they should have.
That's what you're supposed to do. When you find out that everybody
I finally get to say it.
The left side of the offense to the right side of the offense is all backups. Go get them.
Oh, we've seen this before. The Chiefs in the Super Bowl. We've seen that before. But here's the thing: if somehow, some way, the Chargers would have gotten past the fucking Patriots, the Texans would have mollywopped the.
Oh yeah, it was only a matter of time. You're just delaying the inevitable.
Like the Texans are the scariest defense left.
And I said this in the beginning of the season. I said this in the beginning of the season. And I told you when I was watching that video from week 1, and I said once the Texans get past their injuries, this is because they was dealing with injuries at the beginning of the season, got hurt around week 3-4, and then it kind of had to settle itself down. I said the Texans gonna be a goddamn nightmare for everybody else moving forward. This is what happened.
Except the Patriots.
Don't think they can be a nightmare for them too.
Listen, I'll defend this. If you don't, for some reason, know, ladies and gentlemen, I am the resident Patriots fan on the panel. Drake May is 4-1 against elite defenses this year in the NFL, to include that Cleveland Browns defense in Week 8 that he threw 300 yards against. So, will they cause problems? Yes.
Talk your shit.
But we have this guy, and his name is Josh McDaniels. And you don't have to like him as a head coach, but when it comes to play calling and playing a game plan against elite defenses,
makes dummy benefits from having.
Hey, listen, I don't care. He's got the Super Bowl rings to back it up, and we've seen as a Patriots dynasty numerous. Listen, the point of the situation, we have seen numerous elite defenses as a Patriots organization, and we will at least have a competent game plan. We're not going to neutralize his defense. Like, I'm not going to downplay the Texans defense. Them motherfuckers can play. We are going to find a way because their front is what their strength is. It's not the secondary. It's the front. They do have Derek Stingley, who I'm a big fan of. Listen, I'm a big fan of Derek Stingley Jr. I am. But they are. But they don't have Christian Gonzalez. And Christian Gonzalez.
Derek Stingley all wash.
He is. I'm not saying that. But if you go back and look at that Chargers game, Christian Gonzalez shut down all of the Chargers receivers that he wanted to throw the ball to until he got hurt. Is when Justin Herbert started throwing that ball again.
No, trust me. Gonzalez, we can go back to that draft when I said if there was a nigga you needed to draft in that draft,
we had the Patriots conversation. I told you I wanted Christian Gonzalez. I told you. We had Wayne on the show, and I said that, and he was like, he didn't like that. I was like, no, fuck that. We want Christian Gonzalez on the show.
I was mad at Washington because these fucking idiots drafted Emmanuel Forbes instead of Christian Gonzalez.
But the other issue with this game is that there's no Nico Collins, which means that this secondary can pin their ears back. Like that's what it means. Because I'm not saying
Marks is a good Marks.
But we're talking about the Patriots run defense, which only let up 100-yard rusher this year. Just saying. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to shut anything down. I'm just saying this is going to be the most entertaining game of the weekend from a true football fan perspective. Well, not the ones who want to see offensive fireworks and shit.
We're going to get that in a second.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be about Chargers in the Patriot game.
Well, but it don't. Yeah. Justin Herbert, I'm sorry. That's all. Justin Herbert, I'm sorry. Right. I didn't mean for us to do that to you, but we did.
So we'll get to the Steelers-Texans right now.
Yeah.
Now, I told you motherfuckers at the beginning of the season, Aaron Rodgers was going to be the reason Mike Tomlin ass get fired. Now, I thought it was going to be because they didn't make the playoffs. It happened a game later after they lost in the goddamn playoffs. But either way, the end result was right. And Aaron Rodgers was the fucking reason that Mike Tomlin ass got fired. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Well, it's not even that. It's worse than that, bro. He's the reason that, because Mike Tomlin didn't even, he's the reason that Mike Tomlin decided to step down. I don't think about it like this. Out of all the turmoil the Steelers have had, you know what I mean? They think that's the thing. Think about it. Out of all the turmoil the Steelers have had, right? The average seasons, the 8-8 seasons, the 10-7 seasons, with all of these weirdo loser niggas at quarterback, right?
All of them.
Aaron Rodgers was the backbreaker. Aaron Rodgers was the one that made him step down from coaching. Yeah. And like I said, all season, the Steelers on a good team, and I'm just waiting for everybody to figure it out. I'm glad everybody figured it out.
The Steelers took advantage of the fact that the Bengals and the Ravens decided they didn't want to win the division and shit the bed. The Browns wanted to win the division more than the fucking Ravens and Bengals.
Going to do it because they never did.
But the problem is the Steelers had no business winning that division. Yeah. The Ravens shit that bed all the way.
Yeah, that defense played like ass. They had injuries.
The issue is it don't matter who the fuck won that division because they always gonna lose to the Texans in the first round. So I think Lamar would have got demolished, and I love Lamar, but that defense is just, man, that Texas defense is just something. Like, I don't think any of them, like Joe Burrow would have got injured for the next 2 years had they played the fucking Texans in this first round. Like, Joe Burrow would have got fucked up. Like, whoever won the North was gonna lose to the Texans. No, but it would have been worse.
Wait for somebody to sneeze on Joe Burrow, and he'll get hurt, just like Justin Herbert.
I'm
the most overrated niggas in the league, and they try to crown them as the best. And it's like, these niggas ain't did shit. So why do y'all keep saying that these niggas are good? Never mind. Yeah, we can keep going.
I wasn't on the show when y'all talked about it in general. When y'all talked about Black Monday, I have a question. I know we're talking about playoffs, so I just wanted to ask a random question real quick. But how the fuck is Zach Taylor the last coach standing in the North?
I don't know how he still has a job. So he should have been fired 3 years ago.
Because
Zach Taylor, they still don't he gets the benefit of the doubt. Now I believe he should still be fired. Don't get it twisted. Because injuries and that defense keep fucking up. And they keep thinking, well, all we got to do is keep putting this Band-Aid over a bullet wound. No, you can't do it. That's why I said, if I'm the Bengals, after you saw what Joe Flacco did when he came in, trade Joe Burrow.
Immediately.
Draft another quarterback, get you a bunch of draft picks, fix the offensive line, and get some motherfuckers who know how to play defense.
Who can tackle and cover.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I know you say you give benefit of doubt. You can tell you why I don't, because slow starts are contagious, and that motherfucker notorious for slow starts. And I'm talking about
I'm talking about the slowest of start. That man start like a turtle. The hair in the motherfucking tortoise race type shit.
You have one of the most, what normally is one of the most high scoring, prolific offenses, and they start slow.
How? Which is crazy because
how? Because had they not signed T. Higgins would have been the number one receiver on quite a few teams. But you got him and Jamar Chase, and you got Chase Brown for the low.
For the low. Thank you.
And you got Mike Gesicki, the one who should never, ever do the gritty ever again.
Yeah, he should probably stop doing that.
And you motherfuckers start with a losing record?
That's because their defense is trash, though.
You know what? And I hate to say it don't matter, but it don't matter.
It do, because think about it.
Because the Bills have a trash defense and they still win.
They lost games 39-38 to the Jets. They lost the game 47-42. Bears. Like shootouts, 34-39 to the Bills.
Them niggas out there standing around at this point because what the fuck is going on?
They need to go play flag football at this point. Shit.
Like the Jets
standing the fuck around. That's crazy.
The Jets scoring 39 points is egregious.
That was the most points they scored all year too.
Egregious. Like
them niggas, I promise you, they were standing around that game. They were standing around that game because there's no fucking way.
But I got to tie into this this Pittsburgh Steelers shit. James Harrison has turned into, I don't like James Harrison no more. I've come to the conclusion I don't like this nigga.
I don't like these niggas with a podcast.
I don't
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough, bro.
There will be no
to get on my nerves.
There will be no Drake slander on this show.
I want to throw it in there because I hate when these niggas do that shit.
I get it.
God damn, that shit get on my nerves, bro. Why?
Something else to say. You choose something else to say. Don't do that.
Well, I gotta stay petty with it, man. You know what I mean?
All right, whatever.
Is Coach T a Hall of Fame coach in your opinion?
No.
Okay, so now that's actually crazy. Okay, yeah. So we're
the
just
thing I can't give him a Hall of Fame coach for is because he hasn't made disciples. You tell.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but I got
the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard in my life.
So I know what it means because I saw the breakdown from some other shows, and they're saying that he has a lack of a coaching tree.
You're not saying one of the greatest to ever do it.
No.
Great. I'm not going to say I can agree with you on that. I will agree with him. He is a leader of men, but to be a good coach, you have to be a leader of men. The major reason I feel a lot of guys is saying he's a great coach is because Coach T is a all-time great motivator, dude.
Yes.
He has the gift of gab. That's Coach T, okay? He's great at getting guys to feel good about themselves, boost their confidence. You know, he hitting them with the Tomlinisms. It's a 5-star matchup because we in it. Standard is the standard. Don't blink. If you blink, peel your eyelids off. A great coach, dude, has an added dynamic to it, and that's mentor. I'm talking about you learned enough from this person that they took your teachings, your guidance, and went on to become a version of you, i.e. a coaching tree. It's been almost 20 years and Mike T don't have a coaching tree. Why is that, Joe?
I don't know.
You have no answer why he doesn't have a coaching tree after being in the NFL.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of in my life.
Where did Brian Flores come from?
We came from a couple of places. He also
got his first job with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, but he cut his teeth from the Belichick tree.
Hold on.
Here.
Hold on. I'm gonna get all the coaches.
I know you are.
Here's the thing I don't understand. While Mel's doing it, here's the thing I don't understand. What does having
it don't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit. It doesn't.
A coaching tree have to do with somebody being a Hall of Fame coach? And that doesn't correlate in the slightest at all. Because to say that if he's not implementing knowledge on other young coaches, meaning that means he's not a Hall of Fame coach. Like, that doesn't make. I'm sorry, that's the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard in my life, bro. Because at the end of the day, a recent interview with Mel Kiper actually dispels that shit. Actually, during the Senior Bowl, every single year, right? All 32 coaches come out, right? All 32 coaches come out. They watch they start to scout the college players to see who they want to draft, right? Do y'all want to know who the one coach that's on the field every single year, coaching the athletes, not up in the stands, not in the press box, not taking pictures, not writing notes. He actually has a bag. He actually has a phone, a megaphone. He's actually on the field in different drills, walking to and from different drills to help coach these players. That would be one, Mike Tomlin, the only one that does it, and that has done it consistently since he's been a head coach in the National Football League. No other coach has done it.
So
One.
Brian Flores was only with the Steelers in 2022, and I was like, when we started naming Patriots coaches, I'm like, hold on now, because that man was with us from 2004 to 2018. He started with us as a scouting assistant. He has been with us through the entirety of the dynasty. That's why I know for a fact he is a Belichick disciple, not a Tomlin disciple.
Hold on.
That's why he got the coaching job in Miami, because he came from the Belichick tree.
It wasn't Brian Flores. It was another black coach. I'm trying to think. It might have been. Hold on. I don't know how I fucking. I had it saved, and then you know how when you refresh your fucking phone. Oh. I'm trying to figure out now how did I look that up?
Let's just see here. I just want to see if he has what they call a coaching tree, just for the sake of searching here. So this might work. Coaching career.
How did I find that shit?
No. Nope, that didn't work. I had something pulled up, but that didn't work out. You know what? Let's do it like this. Let's look up Mike Tomlin's assistant coaches.
Maybe that's what I did. I think that might have been what I did.
So he had Bruce Arians for 5, Todd Haley, Scotty Montgomery. Those are 3 of his most notable coaches. And then we obviously know what happened with Bruce Arians after that. You know, he went on to do all his other stuff.
But there was, fuck. I had the list too. God damn it.
So, yeah, so those are the only 3 coaches that he had that became head coaches, was Bruce Arians, Todd Haley, and Scotty Montgomery. I was looking for like a full-on list of all of his coaches.
I had the list, but I had it in my fucking. I should have just took a screenshot of it. God damn it.
I think Bruce Arians just proves James Harris's point.
I mean,
but there's 2 other ones. There's 2 other notable ones. Like, and I thought it was Brian Flores, but it's another black coach. I can't remember who the fuck it was now.
But even then, it's like, since when do somebody's coaching tree warrant them being a Hall of Fame coach? Because if that was the case, then Bill Belichick, his coaching tree is ass. So, like,
yes,
like, does that mean Bill Belichick's not a Hall of Fame coach because his coaching tree is fucking trash? Like, no, because nobody would be as stupid enough to fucking say that shit. Because Bill Belichick is a football genius. We understand.
Yeah, like his coaching tree maybe no, it ain't no maybe. It is ass. However, the results of him as a coach and all the other stuff is not ass.
Yeah, like what he puts on the field is actually very, very good.
Yeah. Because who should have been his most successful coach in Josh McDaniels is a 2-time failed head coach. So we know how that shit go. His son was terrible. Let's see.
Patricia, terrible.
Oh God, Patricia should never have been a head coach of any kind, whatsoever. And you see where he's at now in college. He was trying to call plays, and then that shit didn't work out either. Well, yeah. No. Yeah, no, that just ain't it.
Yeah, and I know everybody's gonna say, "Oh, what about Vrabel? He was a player. Doesn't count."
Vrabel was a player. Like the only coach on his roster that would have had any sort of success possibly is Scarnecchia, a legendary offensive line coach, but he never wanted to be a head coach after a certain age because he was old as hell. We brought him out of retirement to help fix the line.
Where did Gerard Mayo come from the Patriots coaching tree?
Yes, no, he was a player.
He was a player, and then went straight.
He was a player too, but he went to the
just like Vrabel. Yeah, he was a player just like Vrabel.
Again, doesn't count.
Okay, I'm gonna find out who this shit is. But back to the shit that James Harrison was saying, because now I'm mad that I don't got it because I was ready to cook his ass with that part. But calling a coach, he's a great motivator, and that's what a head coach is supposed to do. That's what a head coach is. He is supposed to motivate you. That's his job. The position coaches and the coordinators, that's their job to call the plays and all other shit. That's what the head coach is, the CEO. That's his job, to make sure everybody else is doing their goddamn job. And then talking about, well, he wasn't a mentor or whatever stupid shit he wanted to say. That's not his goddamn job. Y'all grown fucking men.
He contradicted himself too. He said that he's a leader of men, but then said that to be a great coach, you have to be a leader of men. Nigga, you just said that Mike Tomlin was a leader of men.
Yeah, but we had this conversation about James Harrison. James Harrison has an axe to grind against Mike Tomlin because James Harrison was on the team when who was the other outside linebacker that left when James Harrison was there?
Bud Dupree.
So you can't talk about.
No, it was before Bud. It was another big linebacker. I don't know if
no, it wasn't Ryan Shazier.
I know that Pittsburgh.
I almost thought it was Ryan Shazier. That was the other name that came to mind.
No, Shazier was there. He was there with him. He was there with him.
Was it Woodley?
Because he got mad that when the dude left, that they went into draft and drafted more outside linebackers, and he felt like, well, I sat behind this dude for 2 years. It should be my job.
I remember that part of the interview he was talking.
And that's the axe he's been grinding against him ever since then. I can't remember who the linebacker is. It is what it is. But his opinion of Mike Tomlin comes from a personal space of he didn't believe in me early on in my career. So what, nigga? Did you get better from me?
That coach that you're looking for, do you by chance remember what position group or whatever he coached? Because I done found, if this website would actually keep working, I done found his whole coaching tree or coaching assistants of all time, but it's all broken down by like position.
Yeah.
Was it Leftwich?
I thought it was Byron Leftwich, but it's not Byron Leftwich either.
That's what I see. Yeah, that would have been my other pick. That would have been my pick then.
I don't know. That page ain't working with the shit either.
Yeah, but I'm gonna find it again, and I'll have to revisit this another day. Okay, let's get to James Harrison's a fucking idiot. He fucked that whole segment up because I fucked the segment up because I should have took a fucking screenshot of the shit that I wanted to. But I'll get
just the fact that you found it to be okay that you wanted to just be like, I'm gonna bash the guy that gave you a chance when he didn't have to give you a chance.
And Mike Tomlin is 10th all time in fucking wins in NFL history as a head coach.
And has never had a losing season ever.
That by itself, plus the Super Bowl wins,
Hall of Famer. Stop playing with him.
Ironically, just saying,
yeah. So, all right. Saturday, tomorrow, 49ers, Seahawks. That's the late game. Matter of fact, we'll get to the early game first. Broncos, Bills, 1:00, 1:30.
As much as I hate to say it, give me the Bills because I don't trust Bo Nix.
I knew you was going to do that. But look, Sean Payton, sir, Bo Nix, do me one favor. I just need one favor. Can you beat the goddamn Bills, please? Please. Please stop this nonsense. I want to enjoy the playoffs without people saying Josh Allen is the greatest quarterback we've ever seen.
Can we have both teams lose and just the Texans and the Patriots play for the AFC Championship?
So I'm going to take advantage of this new feature that StreamYard has, and I'm going to say the keyword of clip it because I'm going to say it right now. This will be Bo Nix's coming out fucking game, and they're going to beat the Bills.
I don't care if he comes out of the closet or not. I don't care.
I'm just big, the way the Moo is the king of Pettington. I like to make sure people understand I stand on business when I say what the fuck I need to say. So that just make sure whether I'm right or wrong. I'm telling you right now, what I said is that the Broncos are going to beat the Bills and Bo Nix is going to have a coming out party. So if all that shit happens, I got some free content for you to drop on the social media mail just for you.
He said, I don't care if he's coming out of the closet or not.
As long as it comes with a dub.
just beat the Bills. That's all I care about.
Oh, I'm crying.
Seahawks, 49ers, AFC, NFC West matchup, rivalry game.
Yeah,
this matchup is diabolical.
Huh?
This matchup is diabolical.
Shit, Sam Darnold's not even playing, so this is gonna be ass kicking.
What you mean? I ain't see him ruled out yet.
Nah, he said he got hurt sometime there.
Yeah, he got an oblique injury, but I seen
he said he out.
Stop being a little big.
Drew Lock was taking reps, but even still, fuck all that. There's this. I was watching Get Up this morning, and there was a wild ass stat put out there about the Niners and about fucking their coach. I always forget his name when I need to remember it. Kyle Shanahan. That he either makes the playoffs or he makes the NFC Championship. Go back and look. I didn't believe it, and I had to go. Let me go. Yeah. So this matchup's diabolical. But you know what I like about history? History either repeats itself or it changes.
Well, I mean, if like I said, the injury report came out, Sam Darnold's not playing. So I'm gonna go with the fact of they asked going to be an NFC Championship game again.
Because Drew Lock. Oh God, Drew Lock is oh no.
Well, I'm a bona fide hater, so give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm still gonna take the Seahawks. I trust that Seahawks defense more than I trust. Man, that's tough.
I'm taking the 49ers.
Bona fide hater, back on my hater shit.
That one hurts. It does. It just hurts. I'm still like looking because I haven't seen it yet. I'm still looking for that story.
It came across my ESPN ticker. So, and this was Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, I seen it too. I was like,
yeah, but see, this morning, like I said, when I watched, he had split reps with Drew Lock. So that was the last thing I had saw.
Stop being weenie.
But it's okay. We'll find out. We'll find out when the kickoff happens.
8 hours ago, Mike McDonald expressed his confidence that on Friday that Sam Darnold's oblique injury should be okay for Saturday divisional contest against the 49ers. So should be. So he's down. That's the game time.
Yeah. So what I'm watching is the fact that Fred Warner's back at practice.
Yeah, they didn't rule him out. He's not scheduled to play, but they're not ruling him out to not play. At least that's what I'm still taking the 49ers.
I'm still gonna take the Seahawks. I'll be all right.
Patriots, Texans. Sunday gonna have the good game. You asking me?
Sunday got all the games. And this one. I've enjoyed this all week long because I got so many friends that are Texans fans. This has been a fun week for me. I've been posting Drake May AI generated photos with rings and grills and shit all week. And I'm gonna stand on business still that the Patriots are gonna win this game. It's gonna be close. I do think it's gonna be close, but the reason we're gonna win this game is CJ Stroud gonna give us the ball.
I'm gonna take the Texans. I'm gonna stand on my preseason on my early season prediction about them. I don't think he's going to play as bad as he did last week. I think this is a get back game for him. Tight game, field goal game, if you ask me.
Okay,
but I'm gonna take Texas.
Yeah,
I think you have the Drake May. I'm still a young quarterback learning this shit moment.
That's fine. I'm not mad at that overall assessment. I enjoy the history of Texans Patriots, whether it's regular season or postseason. It's always a fun matchup. So this is just going to add to it.
The Patriots are ahead of schedule.
Absolutely. This is a house money year for us. This is why I'm so happy about it. This is literally a house money year for us. We need to hit pass rush in the draft heavy.
Yeah. You know what I said? This is his Jaden Daniels season.
I'm okay with that. Jaden Daniels went to the NFC Championship. So if I can go to the AFC
that's
Championship,
what I'm saying. Like, this is his, him solidifying that I'm the guy for the franchise.
Yeah, because they're gonna hold me out of the MVP anyway. They're gonna give it to Stafford for narrative purposes.
I mean, Stafford deserves it. Yeah. I mean, both guys deserve it. They played their asses off.
Listen, if a second-year quarterback is playing this good to be in the MVP conversation, that says a lot about a lot of things in the NFL. But like I said, because of narratives, they're going to give it to the 38-year-old quarterback who's probably going to retire in the next 2 years because it's like the only accomplishment he doesn't have is an MVP.
I mean, it's not a narrative. Motherfucker threw for damn near 5,000
No.
yards.
I'm saying a narrative like they're going to give it to the seasoned quarterback because they're going to be like, oh, well, he's only in his second year. He'll have another chance. Stafford, this is pretty much his sunset. That's what I mean when I say narrative. I don't mean it to bash, anything Stafford did, but he's the old guy. He's not going to be here 3 years from now. I don't see Stafford as one of the next 40-year-old quarterbacks playing football. His injury history, that back. That's what worries me about because he almost didn't play this season because of his back.
Yeah, true.
So
like this.
Like
if
he
the
could
win MVP and they win the goddamn Super Bowl,
he better retire.
You ain't gonna see it. You're not gonna see Matthew Stafford ass next year.
Go out as high as possible. But like I said, I think they'll end up giving it to him. I just, and that's just because they'll be like, oh, don't worry about it. Drake May will be back in this conversation again, which I hope is true. But you know how this shit can go.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of Matthew Stafford, they played Iceman.
They sure do.
On Sunday.
Yes, they do. Sunday night.
This game is going to be absolutely nuts.
Have you seen the weather report for this game? Because I have.
It's going to be nuts.
You got that LA team going to Chi-Town.
It's going to be cold. Pretty sure they said snow.
Yeah. And the real feel is like -4.
Right. So it's going to be a lot of Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, DeAndre Swift, and Monangai. That's what you're going to see a lot. A lot of jet sweeps to fucking Luka.
If you're the Bears, you want to see a lot of Kyron Williams because he's notorious for fumbling sometimes. So you want to see a lot of Kyron Williams.
These teams are built a lot alike because
they are.
Kua and DJ Moore, same nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Those running backs, same niggas. Like,
listen, we're going to have to keep an eye on Devontae because a hamstring and this type of cold weather.
Tighten up on you.
Yeah. And he ain't young no more. Like, I'm not saying he won't play, but I'm just saying that. But I'll start, and I'm just gonna say, look, give me Chicago.
I'm doing it
because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about these Rams and certain styles of quarterback that give them problems. But the fact that Bryce Young gave them scares twice, beat them once, damn near beat them a second time in an upset. Caleb is light years better than Bryce, and they play similar with the rolling out and the maneuvering and all the shit that they do. I like Bryce. I do. Bryce's only problem is that he's not 6'1".
Yeah.
Like, and I'm gonna be honest, like this particular season, Bryce Young earned some more love from me because I was like, listen, man, my man figured it out. However, he's still short. Caleb Williams is not short. Caleb Williams is not short. And Caleb Williams,
quarterback standards, he is.
Technically,
he's taller than the short quarterbacks, like the legit short.
He's 6 feet. He's basically a short.
He don't play 6 feet.
He's big enough.
He definitely don't play 6 feet.
But Paul.
But definitely give me the Colston Loveland, the DeAndre Swift, the Manungai, the DJ Moore, the Roma Dunze. Like, give me the Bears, and I guess we'll call it an upset, even though they're the higher seed in this situation. But it's an upset because the Rams are the favorite. However, I said this when the playoffs started, that the Rams were the most vulnerable team in the playoffs because their defense plays funny against certain quarterbacks, and it's been the story all season long. And that's the only reason I said that. It had nothing to do with the offense. It was the defense playing funny against certain quarterbacks the whole season.
But I'm gonna treat this game the way I kind of treated the national championship game.
Okay.
Whoever wins this game is gonna win the Super Bowl.
So you believe that the Super Bowl champion is coming out the NFC this year?
Yeah, because I think there's this. Because we like storylines.
We love stories.
The Rams, Matthew Stafford can ride off into the sunset should the Rams win.
Correct.
The Bears, Caleb couldn't do the thing that they wanted him to do, would be the first quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards.
And he was
but you know what's better than that?
Winning the Super Bowl?
Being the first quarterback to win a goddamn Super Bowl since 85.
Yeah, with the pain and nails. Nigga, stop playing my boy.
Listen, I'm salty how close he was to that 4,000 yards. They could let him have that.
Yeah.
He wasn't even that far from it.
It was like 30 yards or some shit. 70 or 30 yards. It was something stupid.
But yeah, I mean, and that would be wild. There's a chance we could have a Super Bowl with two young quarterbacks. Because once Josh Allen is out, it'll come down to CJ Stroud and Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
It's or Bo Nix, which is even it's four quarterbacks who were drafted within the last 3 years.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a crazy thought.
Yeah. And if anybody's asking, well, the Bills got a storyline too. Fuck the Bills. I don't want the Bills to win a Super Bowl. I like the Bills not winning Super Bowls, especially when Josh Allen's the quarterback.
Well, the history of the Bills says that they're notorious for not winning Super Bowls anyway.
And I want to keep it that way.
But yeah, no, they're cursed. And y'all know how I like to say the Bills will never win the Super Bowl until they beat Buffalo.
Keep it that way. I don't want to see nothing. And that's why I said I just need Bo, Sean. Just make sure this will be the last time we mention Josh Allen's name for the rest of the season.
You gotta call that.
Oh, no. We will mention it a lot after this because a narrative will be out there.
I'm not as far as the playoffs.
There will still be a narrative if he loses this year with no Burrow, no Allen, no Mahomes. Like, oh, there 100% will be a conversation they'll keep having because they're gonna bash the fuck out of him.
Conversation that we have is that the dude is overrated.
Josh the Fraud Allen.
Oh yeah, that last comment. That's the one. Appreciate that, Anthony.
Yeah, he's about Andre Johnson. I just saw it up there.
No. The very last comment underneath Charles said it would be a nail biter. We got the new subscriber. We got.
Hey, welcome to the huddle, baby. Welcome to the team.
Yes, sir. New players.
Appreciate that. Welcome to the team. And like I said, we got other shows. We got Basket to Basket on Monday and on Tuesday and Thursday. We got Gentleman's Talk by this man right here, Mr. GQ, on Tuesdays.
Wednesdays.
And
we just had a fire ass music show. Stay tuned because there's a part 2 and a part 3 to that.
Yeah. All right. So hold on.
I'm sorry
for you guys. As a Dolphins fan, my team is a disaster. At least you guys are talking about the playoffs. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now about your Dolphins. Tell you about your Dolphins. They suck. I'm just saying it. I apologize. They suck. I'm playing. The Dolphins is actually one of the best jobs in free agency right now. If I'm a head coach, that is one of the jobs I look at.
And I appreciate you from a Raider fan.
You know, listen, I appreciate you being an honest Dolphins fan because I'm a Patriots fan and I don't like the Dolphins at all. But I hate the Bills and the Jets more than I hate the Dolphins. I hate the Jets the absolute most. I hope the Jets fail forever. Like, I never want the Jets to win ever in the history of life, as long as I'm alive. I don't want the Jets to win. I like the Dolphins because I like South Beach and I am a Miami Heat fan. So I have a love for Miami for lots of reasons.
I've always loved the Dolphins. I love the Dolphins.
But what Mel said is true about that job, because that O-line is really good. You got Devon Achane is really that's exceptionally talented. The quarterback thing,
the quarterback is the only situation that I'm looking to change that. Like,
move along to it.
But you can't.
This is why I said
the cap hit's too big.
Yeah, if I was, what I would do if I was, like I said, when I was talking about what the Bengals should do, the Bengals should trade Joe Burrow's ass to the Dolphins. Do that. Put his ass in Miami. The weather's a little better. Maybe his bones don't get all brittle and shit. I don't know. Maybe it helps him out. But that would be one of the places I would send Joe Burrow and see what that offense looks like with Joe Burrow.
Who's the coach?
Then you got to get a coach.
Because right now, I even just read it. Stefanski is being linked to the Falcons right now.
That's fine. He can go there.
I like the Falcons. I think the Falcons is a very attractive job. If I'm being,
Kevin Stefanski's gonna fuck it up. So we cool. I mean, that's why he sucked as a coach. He's fucking horrible. Can we get out of the contract? I don't. The Tua contract. I don't.
Isn't he only 3 years into that contract right now?
Yeah, that's why I said no, not at this current moment.
I think. Well, he said after the season, which would be 4 years in.
Yeah, after the season.
Yeah.
It would be a better chance.
But I wouldn't even want.
I don't want him this season if I'm the Dolphins personally, but your options are what? Do you go with Quinn Ewers as of the bridge? I mean, he was all right. I mean,
I don't. I actually like the hire. Eric Sullivan's a very good GM.
Oh yeah.
Very good GM.
Yeah.
All you can do is look at how he drafts.
Like, and the thing is, the blueprint's out there for what the Dolphins can do. Sean Payton did it already. You could just take the dead cap hit.
Take the dead cap hit. I would take the dead cap hit.
Like, you can. And is it the best strategy? No. However, Sean Payton just showed you what it can look like.
Well,
if you can get the guy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The Dolphins, I don't know where they are in the draft. I haven't seen I've only seen bits and pieces. I know they're in the top 10.
There's another quarterback that I said if the Raiders want to go and get Caleb Downs or Arvell Reese and then want to wait to get a quarterback in like 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Florida State's quarterback Costello.
Okay.
If the Dolphins,
I actually like.
If the Dolphins want a quarterback and get somebody that's going to be on the cheaper end, go get his ass. Go get him. There's quarterbacks that you can get in this draft that are going to be in the back end of the draft. Not the ones that. It's a bad quarterback draft. Horrible quarterback draft.
Yeah, overall is because a lot of the quarterbacks are coming back to the college.
If you want to get somebody later in the draft, this is the draft to do it.
This would be a good and that's another spot you could look at a guy like Chambliss depending on the head coach. If you get the right coach in place.
Chambliss, I think, is a 1st round guy. Me personally.
No, I agree with you. I hope he doesn't end up with the Jets because then he's going to be fucked. But
I hope the Raiders get his ass. That's what I'm waiting.
Well, then you know what? Then call Tom Brady, okay? Because he's going to be playing a role in this too. So,
yeah. So hopefully y'all listening. All right. So we had when GQ comes, it's always a 2 or 3 hour goddamn show.
You know,
get it in.
I will say I apologize, but I don't.
You got to make the best of it when he's here. All right. Any final thoughts? Because my dog is looking at me like, if you do not take me outside, we're going to have a problem and you're going to be mad at me.
I tell you, I've got that look before too. Well, I'm going to go ahead and make this short and sweet. Make sure you guys tune in to the rest of the shows the next week. We'll be coming at you guys home and live. Keep coming back. Keep liking, subscribing, because you already know we're going to keep
going up. We're not gonna stop till we get that motherfucking plaque in the back. You already know. Shout out to GQ for pulling up. We already know Michael B pulled up today, but he had to drop out a little early, so shout out to him too. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to our new subscriber, and we appreciate you for sliding through. Hope we dropping some content that you like. And remember, we'll see y'all next time.
My final thoughts are gonna be petty. Richard Jefferson is specifically for you, because fuck what you said about quarterbacks, because look at the current landscape of the NFL playoffs and how many young motherfucking quarterbacks are leading franchises in the playoffs right now, and try again with this important player bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Shout out to everybody who showed up in the chat. T3. My dog is acting ignorant. Go over there and sit. Everybody, I'm not gonna roll because he's acting stupid. But shout out to Anthony. Was it Mazzano? I don't want to butcher your last name, brother. But thank you for coming through. We appreciate you, new subscriber. And shout out to everybody who's been subscribing. We've been going up since the end of the year. So I will always want to thank everybody for coming through the way that y'all do. Everybody on Facebook, on the YouTube, Instagram, everybody listening to Hot Need Live Radio. We got a lot of stuff going on over there as well. Got some projects we're working on. So shout out to everybody. Miss GQ for coming through.
Appreciate you. He said just call him Tony. So
all right, Tony. That is I'm gonna get sound bites for everybody. You're gonna be Tony. And if you're from Florida, it's definitely gonna be Italian. I'm gonna figure it out.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be Italian for it, but I'm gonna make it.
But it's gonna be Italian for sure.
It's going to
I mean, it'll make him legend, you know what I'm saying? Like Tony Montana, you know what I'm saying?
Montana.
Right.
Yeah, look, my little friend.
T3, everybody, Dre. I'm working on the soundboard shit. We're gonna make it pop because y'all are a big part of the show. All right. So with that being said, we are out of here.
His last name is Spanish. Oh.
I know it's Spanish. That's why I said I know it's not, but I'm gonna make it Italian.
Yeah, that works. Close enough.
It's close enough.
At least you didn't say it like they said it on Inglourious Basterds. You didn't say he's gonna make it Italian.
Make it Italian.
No, we just like to have fun with the fans. Just because you are part of the show. That's what we do. Troy fucks up names all the time. I fuck up names all the time. You know, GQ's the only one with proper diction here.
Sometimes.
And
Moo is just ignorant.
And Mooley just don't give a fuck. So with that, we will see y'all next week.
Yeah, come on, push your button. Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Yeah, that's the rapper we done cooked up to play. Inside a hood where the drip don't fade. Big vibes only when we step on the mic. Breaking down the game while we talking that. Hit follow if you rockin' with the style we bring. 5 stars on deck, let the podcast sing. We slide out smooth like a route run clean. Inside the huddle, too fresh, too mean. Catch y'all next time, same swag, new scene.